I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be serial cheater and pathological liar. Well, that's obviously not a good combination as a couple of qualities to have in a woman that you're dating or worse, married to. And unfortunately for this particular guy, he's been married to a woman who is exactly that. So before we get into his email, I got a quote I'd like to share with you. And it says, when something meets at least 3 of our 6 human needs of certainty, variety, significance, love and connection, growth, or contribution, it can become an unhealthy addiction. Part of learning to love and accept yourself means becoming strong enough to walk away from people, jobs, businesses, circumstances, habits, etc. that require a violation of yourself and your dignity in order to maintain them. To truly heal yourself in your addictions to unhealthy things or people, you must hit rock bottom to the point that you become so sick and disgusted with the way things are that continuing on without changing is emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically too painful. People will do more to avoid pain than they will do to gain pleasure. When you change the meaning you give things and go from disempowering beliefs to empowering beliefs, only then will you be able to turn your life around and finally move towards and create a compelling and healthy future. So let's go ahead and jump right into this guy's email. He says, "Hi Corey, long story short, I've been with this girl 8 years total, 3 of them married. She is a serial cheater and a pathological liar." Well, that's pretty much a deal killer for me. I mean, that is not somebody that you can have a healthy relationship with. The only kind of relationship you're going to have with somebody like that is going to be full of drama and dysfunctionality. And the only reason you'd stay into a relationship like that is because you're meeting your at least 3 of your 6 human needs in an unhealthy way. So let's look at that. So obviously, it's going to definitely meet your human need of certainty, meaning you pretty much know what you're going to get with this particular woman because she's a liar and also because she's a cheater. It gives you a little bit of variety because you never know when you're going to catch her in her next lie or when you're going to catch her cheating on you or deceiving you. And it also fulfills your need for love and connection because unfortunately through your problems and your drama you're connecting with her. And also it makes you feel significant because you feel important because you're in this particular kind of dysfunctional relationship. He says she thinks that she has a mental condition. Well, it just keeps getting better. I'm two lines into this email here and it just keeps getting better and better. He says, at first she claimed to be a sex addict, but the more I witness, the more I'm convinced she is a narcissist. She's obviously selfish, and you're right. She's selfish, self-centered, and wrapped up in herself. But because of the fact you're staying with her, you are enabling her behavior. And you may have heard me say that no one will ever do or say anything to you that you don't invite them to do. And you continuing to put up with this kind of bad behavior for 8 years communicates to her that no matter how bad she treats you, you're just going to be going, thank you, may I have another, just like in the movie Animal House. He says, she abandoned me for a toothless man 2 years ago. She's been living 2 hours away with this man ever since and has played games with me from day one. Again, you keep sticking around. She's left you 2 years ago for a guy that's got no teeth. Obviously, he acts more like a man than you do, and that's why she's with this other guy, because she probably feels like she can come back to you whenever she wants. He says she lied at first and said she was living with a female friend. She was living with a female friend there so she could go to school. She then admitted to living with him, but told me that he was nothing to her. She could never do anything with him and even made fun of him on a few occasions over his teeth. See, this is the type of woman that's used to lying to get out of things or to try to avoid problems in her relationships. But unfortunately, she hasn't realized that that just makes them worse and worse. And you can't fix this shit. You can't fix a girl like that. This is the kind of woman you want to run from like the fucking plague. Especially if you think about it, you want to be exclusive with this girl, obviously, and she's screwing around on you. I mean, this is the kind of woman to end up getting a disease and sharing it with you. She'll give you the gift that keeps on giving. He says, well, I've been an idiot through all of this. You think? He says, I begged, pleaded, threatened, cursed, and everything. Thank you, may I have another? He says, the only means of contact I have with her is through email, and I keep sending them knowing I shouldn't. Yeah, you're addicted to it. You're addicted to your drama. You're addicted to this because at some level you feel emotionally that this is your comfort zone and this is what is natural to you, probably because it makes you feel the same kind of way you did growing up in childhood. And being in a relationship with a woman like this, you obviously want love from her, but you're not getting it probably because you didn't get enough hugs and I love yous from your parents. He says, I finally filed for divorce and she went no contact over that. I kept with the emails, made myself seem needy after I had just made some progress by acting different, and she wanted to meet with me. We met and went okay, but I could tell from what she said that she wanted to come back. Dude, why would you want a girl like this back? It's like, come on, man, think about it. I mean, just from what you mentioned earlier, that this girl is bad fucking news. And she's always going to... 8 years, 8 years the way it is. I mean, I wrote about women like this that I dated in my book. And it's like, as much as you love those kind of chicks, it's not healthy. It's like codependency. He says, after she saw that I filed, it bruised her ego. Now I've made an idiot of myself by apologizing for sending so many emails, making up stories that it wasn't me and that it wasn't me that sent them. Oh, now you're lying to her. Well, maybe you guys deserve each other. Holy fuck, dude. He says and then he also tells you that his email was hacked and the classic drunk emailing. Are you related to Anthony Weiner? The guy that's running for mayor in New York, who's a pathological liar and who lies to his wife and lies to his members of his district that he's trying to get elected by. I mean, like that dude, he's fucked up. He can't help himself. And people wonder why our politicians are fucking us blind. It's because we all have cognitive dissonance. We want to believe that these guys are honest and they're not really fucking us, even though that's just a whole other video. I'm not even going to get into it. He says, I've made myself look pathetic to this girl. Yeah. He says, our divorce ends on August 19th, and I don't want it to end with her thinking of me as a needy chump that is no better than a toothless loser that can't keep her. He says, any advice? Yeah, let the divorce happen. Today is the 9th, so you got 10 more fucking days, dude, and you are free. You get your get out of jail free card, and you're done with this chick. Just say, hey, it's been nice knowing you. Lose my number, lose my email address. I don't want anything to do with you because you are toxic. She's a toxic person, dude. You deserve to have a good woman who loves you and who appreciates you, but you can't get to that place when you're staying stuck on something that's just fucked up. And just like I said in the quote that I shared, you have to get to a place where you're just like, enough of this. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm ready for something spectacular. I'm done with this kind of bullshit. And that's where I got to in my life. It was really hard. It was like ripping out my heart, but I had to do it because the woman was just not good for me. She was just not a good person. She was not an honest person. Loyalty and being honest was something that she had a real problem with. And one of the first things that she told me on our very first date was, I fuck all of my relationships up. It's like, if you're ever going on a date with a girl and she says something like that to you, just go, check please, hey, it's been nice meeting you, but I don't think this is a good match, I gotta go. And then fucking haul ass and be glad that you dodged a fucking bullet there. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way to get my help is to go to my website and book a paid phone session. You can do that by clicking the products tab at the top of your screen on any page of my website and just follow the instructions for booking a paid phone session. And I will talk to you soon.